So the end of Lathwell, 28 for 1. New batsman Robin Smith. Just when it looked as though England were getting off to a reasonable start, man Merv Hughes does it again. That's the sort of way he takes them on. Now Hughes will look, Hughes will speak with his eyes, but he still spoke, and the umpire, well, it's 4.
Well, I think that was very thoughtful bowling by Merv. Terrific short ball straight away to the batsman. I mean, Robin Smith had to fetch that ball from outside off stump.
Again, Smith getting forward. Julian very disappointed, but Smith did get what looked to be a reasonable stride in.
Yes, I think it's the stride that saved him a bit. A first stride there, half a stride. He looks as if he's got right forward. I don't think he got that far. I think his studs got caught a bit. You see, that's just a sort of half stride. That's not Robin Smith at his best.
That's 2 that Julian has brought back into the right-hander. That's his great strength. And that's Robin Smith's great strength. Oh. He really is determined to get on with it. Now into double figures. He's only dealing in 4 so far, 3 of them.
Yeah, it's a cracking shot, but poor delivery really on this sort of surface. Look, it's a half volley, wide half volley, but it's right up there. This is inexperience by the bowler.
That'll bring the 50 up. Five fours for Robin Smith.
Lovely shot again, very full length. Good stride by Robin Smith, and plays it beautifully.
Graham Gooch won the toss, and there must have been some sort of doubt as to what he would have done, but he settled for batting, and well, if he can get through to lunch with no further damage, then it's been a good start for England. I see a much better square cut than that.
Well, this was lovely timing by Michael Atherton. He waited for the ball to turn. Nice pace, this pitch, waited for it to turn, and then just cuffed it with his right hand. It nearly got too far away from him, actually.
Another crashing shot from Robin Smith on the offside. Brendan Julian needed to bowl the ball that went straight on and went across Robin Smith, but it was just short and gave him that room, and he plays the square cut so powerfully. Well bowled. Such an indeterminate shot from Michael Atherton.
You see, Julian's showing there is something there, some movement there for the seamers. He hasn't quite the accuracy to keep the pressure on ball after ball, and that's what you've got to do on this type of pitch.
And the severe test now for Robin Smith, who is 29 not out. And the great ironic cheer is for Smith, who actually landed the middle of the bat on the ball. That's where you need to bowl, and there's a big shout, and it's being given out. That's the flight. Drags the batsman forward. Michael Atherton goes. Success for Shane Warne, and England are 63 for 2.
I don't think Atherton looked too pleased about that. Well, it certainly pad first, but then did it go onto the back of the bat or something towards setting it off? Very confident appeal, but that's nothing to go by these days.
77 minutes, 49 balls, 2 fours. Alex Stewart is the new batsman. It's much more the position he would like to bat. Well, I'm not sure he wasn't coming down the wicket anyway, but it turned happily into a full toss, and it's what we've been saying right throughout. Once England can establish some attacking grip on this leg spin bowling, until then they can't dictate.
That's a good shot. If anything, Warren has been a little bit short in the overs he's bowled today, and on a slow green seamer of this kind you can't afford to be in a position of being cut or pulled. That's well bowled by Hughes. There's nothing in the pitch, and yet he's still able to have Robin Smith pushing defensively there and getting the ball away over and wide of third slip.
Smith was a little fortunate here that he was on the way up as he was playing the ball. The ball, I think, bounced a bit higher than what he expected, and because he was on the way up, it caught the shoulder of the bat, and that helped to push it over the top of the slips.
Shot. Much more authentic stroke. Brendan Julian, the fielder, that's one of the reasons he's in the side. He's an outstanding fielder with a strong throwing arm. And there's a good reply.
Just a little bit of movement off the seam there, and he just found a bit of a gap.
That's 50 for Robin Smith. #21st half-century in Test cricket. On the verge of being dropped, made 191 against the Australians in the county game, and is back into the half-century here. 96 for 2, the men out Lathwell, who played some quite good shots there in his 20. Michael Atherton out for 11. Interesting dismissal, Atherton's. Umpire Barry Mayer had to make up his mind if in this front-on shot the ball has hit the pad and then gone onto the bat. That is difficult. Side on, it looks as though the ball has got past the bat. It may have hit the pad, then come back and hit the edge of the bat and flown to Boone. That's very difficult. Atherton certainly looked surprised, and he may well have been just a trifle unlucky. 1 for 28 for Hughes, none for 40 for Julian, and Warren 1 for 21. We join play after the luncheon intervals. The second over, 3 runs have been added, and Mayer's bowling to Stewart.
That's the 100. Good rate of scoring, over 3 and over. Oh, he meant that. This is an altogether different Robin Smith. It's a different pitch, different circumstances, and it has to be said, a different approach.
Well, he's now after the bowling. He's down the pitch almost as it left in May's hand. And that's because his confidence is high with having a half-century of runs behind his name.
Oh, that was a better shot. Top hand made that, because was one he could easily have clubbed straight to extra cover. Just let the top hand lead it wide of him. 21 runs have rattled up in, what, just 10 minutes since lunch. That is a beautifully placed shot. You will not see anything better than that for footwork.
Yes, lovely footwork down the pitch and just clips it into the gap.
Alex Stewart. And this will be interesting now to see how Australia respond to this, because it's the first time England have batted first in this series and therefore haven't had the problem of chasing a total. And shots like that, it's just brilliance now. And don't this crowd love it?
Well, before lunch, Brendan Julian was a bowler, just bowling the right slot for Robin Smith, and he's carried on. He's bowling it much too straight, so when it just offers to swing, it hasn't really swung much, just offered to just drift in, it drifts right into his legs and he just clips it away beautifully.
.15-4 and hit just as hard as most of the others.
Well, it was a terrific shot. He's actually moving forward before the ball gets there. Look, he's off, he's even waiting for it. He's so confident and positive now. I think in his mind he really thinks that he can belt Brendan Julian out of the attack.
That's 4 more. Too short, and the bowlers will play all the time on this pitch.
Well, Alex Stewart will feel better for that, but to be fair to Shane Warne, he hasn't bowled many bad deliveries in this series so far, and for a leg spinner he's been amazingly accurate.
Well, he really will be upset at that, Stewart. That spun a long way. It was what did him. And Warner's got through again. The over-the-wrist spinner, the big spinner, can do that sort of thing. Batsmen's eyes light up when they see something a bit offline, a little bit short, and they give it some tremendous hammer. But the extra spin, the width of the spin, and a bit of extra bounce or a little bit of extra pace does the trick.
Yes, it's easy. You have to go a long way across there to hit that ball out and keep it down. Alex Stewart with his feet more or less on off stump and the ball almost on the return crease at the finish. That's a long way to have to go across.
Graham Gooch is the new man. This is a completely different situation for Gooch. He didn't open today. For some reason, everyone says that Lathwell has to bat at number 1 in the lineup. Therefore, the Atherton-Gooch opening partnership that's been so successful had to be broken. Might have got a bit of an edge on that. The shout was half going up, although bowler his left arm over the wicket. Hit him very full length. Ooh, must have been an inside edge, otherwise the shout would have continued. The umpire might even have been shouting. Gooch is off the mark. And with a nice stroke away down the ground for 4.
Gooch repeating shot similar to Robin Smith, not quite as powerful.
Oh, well, what do you think of that? That is the mark of a very, very good young cricketer. He's a brilliant fielder. He's already shown that with picking up, chasing and throwing. And that is one of the more brilliant catches you will ever see.
Yeah, we saw two magnificent cotton balls up at Old Trafford, but I think that was probably even better than those two. It really was in his full follow through, pulling away. And you see him, that's gone back full length there. Well, absolutely superb. Magnificent athlete to take a catch like that.